Hey America, and we're cooking. All right, I grabbed a little bit of thyme. Thyme has such a wonderful flavor to it, or aroma to it. And I'm going to put that in with the beans. The beans are cooked off just like a quarter teaspoon. As you can hear, I got the bacon going. I'm going to take some bacon fat. This is my clarified bacon fat. Run it. I cook it down and then run it through a coffee filter to and get rid of the impurities, and then it lasts a long, long time. Probably 6. I don't know. I've had this for almost a year, and it hasn't gone rancid yet. I do keep my other fats frozen. Whisk. You guys look at what I'm doing. Well, I found the desolation of smog on booze. Pretty cool. So anyways, when I was young, man, we used to drive to Ocean City from Tacoma Park, Maryland. About 2.5, 3 hour drive, you know. And during the summer in Maryland and Washington D.C. area, a lot of people do that every weekend, drive down to the beach, you know. You got your beachers, you got your so I'm rendering this, getting that fat out of there. I don't want any fat pieces like that. A little bit's okay, but I'd really rather them be a little crispy. All right, so and then my mom would be in the car on our drives down to Seattle. This would be well, stepmom, mom. It don't count anymore in the world of love, man. So anyways, she would read us The Hobbit, and when I was a little boy, I loved it, you know. And I had this old poster. And back in the day when they did this back in the 80s, the whole series, they did it with music. It was kind of a musical with this patched on. All right, so I'm gonna add my hard veggies. When there's a whip, there's a way. When there's a whip, there's a way. These cats were rocking it, man. All right, I'm gonna get my hard veggies in here and break up the onions, because they always need a little help unless I did it by hand, which I didn't do it. All right. And I'm cooking on more or less high. So there's our product. There's our beans. Okay. And we want these vegetables to just start to caramelize a little bit. Not much. I want to keep them pretty firm. Okay. The firmer you keep your vegetables, the more potent their flavor is going to be. And I want a little bit of potency from my vegetables with this. I'm going to take my flour. All right. That's enough to thicken that much. We got a pot that big. See how it is on the side? All right. And we're going to screw it up. And I didn't like that. I'm going to put a little bit more in. Okay. I'm going to screw it up. And then take beans. Right in there. Okay. And this is the point where I will use my whisk. Because we want the roux to poach. And we want it to fully incorporate. Okay. We're going to pull the bay leaves out after a little bit. But see, I working that roux. Feeling, what I feel for is like heavy clumps that are hard for the whisk to get through, and I attack those. Like there it's a little thick, there it's a little thick. As I keep moving it around, All right. Okay. Looking pretty sharp there. I finally got most of my dishes done, man. I had a hard week, man. Yeah. Sometimes it's just hard for me to clean my house, man. So I hope you... hope you guys appreciate the show. And I'm doing that bottom scraping thing we've talked about before. And I'm going to lower this to medium because it's boiling, and I don't want it boiling. I want it simmering. All right, I'm going to poach my roux, right? We don't want to boil our roux. Okay. And we're going to let this simmer. A mild simmer. That's still too heavy. Put it on medium low. And I'm going to scrape that bottom one more time. This is going to feed me for about 2 or 3 days. I had some black beans in the freezer. I thought about taking those out and dropping those in. But I'll do that some other time. And I'll make it a different flavor. This is really traditional right here for navy bean soup. Okay? Or, well, you would have ham. But this is really the traditional flavor that we're going to be going for. And let's give our soup a little flavor taste. So what I should get here is the umami of the beans, and the meat should hit at the same time. And then the broth from the vegetables and the chicken stock. And then we should get bay leaf, thyme, and it needs a little bit more acid. Okay, with fat, with base, as in beans especially. And I did put a little bit of this in there before. Pickle juice, my favorite acid. Well, lemon juice, pickle juice, and wines, you know. But for around the house, and this is the Ghetto Gourmet show, and I'm still ghetto. SSD probably going to take some money from my food stamps because I had just like 20 left over after I paid all my bills, 25, something like that. So hopefully my food stamps aren't going to go down too much, but I'm up to the challenge if they do. All right, and we're going to let this gentle simmer for a little while. All right, it's a pretty good looking pot of soup. All right, just a nice little gentle simmer like that, because I don't want it to burn to the bottom. I'm even lower it a little bit more.